this is going to be the beginner lesson on how to solve the 4x4 Rubik's Cube. So to solve a 4x4, you need to know how to solve a 3x3. So make sure you know how to do that first before attempting to solve 4x4. So the first thing you want to do on the 4x4 is you want to make our white center. So on a typical 3x3 Rubik's Cube, we already have our white centerpiece. And on a 4x4, these four pieces act as our centerpiece and will basically build this piece here on a 3x3. So we want to solve the first layer. So we want to find any of these and we're going to pair them up to make a bar. So we have a white edge here, a white edge here. If I move this down and up, then I make a bar, just like that. Now I have another piece here, and looks like the other piece is over here on the other side. So if I move this up and move this all the way up, we make a bar, and we move it out like that. We make our white center. Now on opposite of white goes yellow on a standard Rubik's Cube. We have white and we have yellow on the opposite. So we're going to flip it over and we want to make our white or yellow center over here. So I can see here is that I compare this one with this. I compare these two together. So if I do that, just like that, flip, and then I restore, this goes up into this layer. Now the other yellow piece is over here. So I can pair it up by doing this, this, and this, and I'll make my white center. Now, if you have one that is, so like if you're trying to get your last centerpiece in and you realize you can't restore your white center, then what you want to do is you want to take your top piece, you want to rotate it so that it lines up with the bar you're trying to insert. Do a double layer R, move this out, and then move it back in, and that'll solve both sides. Now from here, you can have two options. You can start with edge pairing, which will be a little bit later for me, or what I like to do is you can solve each of your corners. So I have bar here. Now it's very important, so I'm holding it wrong, that you want white on the left side and yellow on the right side. So I'm actually going to rotate it, the cube, just like this. And now the color orientation goes blue, orange, green, red, or boger. So we have these two pieces here, which would make our blue, which is what I'm going to start with. So I can pair these up if I rotate this top, pair it up to make a bar, and then I'll move it out of that layer. Now I have another blue piece down here, which I'll move up into this layer, where we have our other blue piece down here. So we'll do a U move, pair them up, and then pull them back down, just like that. Now after blue comes orange. So just even though we have two bars here, they're not the right color. We need to get orange down there. So what we can do is all our orange pieces are up here. So we flip it like that and do this and this. We do one, and then rotate out, and then we want to restore our blue center because we want to make sure we preserve this. Now we want to get this down into here, into this layer. So what we can do is we can take this side, rotate it up one, and then do a double rotation and move it back down. And then I'm going to pull it over here. And then finally, you want to pair up this one, this last one, just like that. Restore your blue center. And then just do the same thing. We want to pull it down. So we're going to do rotate up and pull it down just like that. Now I have the blue and the orange centers. And then after that, we want to do our green and red centers. Now, in this case, I have them both already solved as bars just by turning these. So all I need to do is I need to line both the bars up. And then you just want to flip the spots of the bars. So I'm going to do R, or double layer R, rotate this one in and down, and then I have all of my centers. Now from here, all you need with the next step is we want to pair up all of these edges. So what you want to do is you want to find, so like this, these two are paired because they're sitting next to each other in the proper orientation. and these two are paired. These ones aren't paired. So we want to look for a white, red, or a red, yellow, and we want to move it down into this layer. So I can see a white, red up here, and if I flip it down just like that, then I have white, red, and white, red. Now they're in the same layer, so I can't just pair them up. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a flipping algorithm. So the flipping algorithm will consist of doing R, U, R prime, F, R prime, F prime, R. And you see they'll flip this edge, so that way we can pair them up. Now to pair up our two edges, we notice if we just move it over to pair them up, it'll break our centers. So what you want to do is you want to pair these two up. So we will break our centers, but we'll restore them in a second. And then we want to move it into the top layer. And from there, we want to pair them with any unsolved edge. Like these are unsolved because they're not paired. So we can rotate in the top, move them down, restore our centers. And then you just want to repeat that. Now, if you have a pair like this is white, orange, and white, orange, these can already be paired, so we can just move them together. Move them in a top layer, down, down, just like that. And then you want to do that for each edge. So I have these two edges, and the other way you can pair them is you can use the same flipping algorithm, but we want to break these up first. So I can pull this one over to here by doing this, then do my flipping algorithm, R, U, R prime, F, R prime, F prime, R. And then when I restore my centers, these will pair up. So you can also do it just like that. And then you want to do that for each of your two edges. So do flip this, restore, pair these two up. This one needs to pair up with this one, so I can pair it just like this. Go up, restore it with this part, and restore my centers. Now from here, so it looks like in this base layer, I have nothing that can pair up. So I notice that this piece needs to pair up with this piece, so I can move it out here and just slide in just like that. And then once again, do the flip algorithm for that one. And then keep solving. So these two need to be paired. And this one needs to be, this one has nothing. So if I move it over here, I can go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And pair them up. Okay, now we're on to our last two edges. So notice that I can pair either one of these up, but I don't have an opening up here. So like I can't just like move it up, because if I move it up and then move it back and I restore my centers, then I've unsolved that edge. So this is where you need to learn a different way to do it. So it's going to be very similar to the other way that I was pairing edges with the flipping algorithm. So if you can slot them in like this, don't do it. Move it back. Flip this side. So and then when we do that, what we want to do is do our double layer U move, flip it again. So and then restore our centers, and I'll solve each of our edges. Now from there, what all you need to do is you need to just solve like a 3x3. So these are edges, corners, and centers. So we solve. I'll use the beginner's method. Let's see, move this out, this here, this here. This can go down and up. And see, this can go up here and up. All right. Then just need to pair edges. So this one over here, down, up, down. And a pair, okay, they're all on the bottom layer, so I'll unsolve them. Okay, that solved that side. Didn't solve that side. This over here. And solve that one. Okay, I have a hook, so I can do that. And do it one more time. Now, there is a case where you can't solve the cross properly. So, if you can't solve the cross properly, which it'll look like this, you'll have one of these edges flipped. So, it'll look like this. So you'll have this like half plus. So you have this side solved, this side solved, this side solved, but this face sits towards you. And that's usually not possible on a 3x3. So to solve, we're going to learn, this is called the OLL parity. And this is the algorithm you're going to want to follow, which it's kind of long. So it's going to be double layer R's and L moves and top layer U moves. So what we're going to do is we're going to do R, double layer R, U2. And then from here, you want to take this side, you want to face the bottom, which is going to be this face. So instead this face on top, you're going to have this face be on top now. And you're going to face this side. And from there, you're going to do R, U2, R, U2, R prime, U2, L prime, U2, R prime, U2, R, U2, R prime, U2, R prime. And that'll solve your cross. Or that'll flip this edge, and then you can solve your cross just like normal. Now let's see. So since I'm going to be using the beginner's method, this will get to the corner algorithm, or the PLL. So let me just do a quick solve. So okay, so I have this case right here. So I have this edge that solves. All of my other edges are in the proper spot, but this corner is also in the right spot, and these corners aren't. Now, usually you can't have two corners that are in the right spot, and the other two aren't in the right spot on a normal 3x3. So we're going to have to learn the PLL algorithm, which will consist of taking only this layer. So if we're going to take this layer, we're going to move it up. Now we're going to keep this layer still. So you can either do a double layer and move this one back down. So do that twice so that we have our white bar on top. U2 to move this white bar out. Do another one. So we bring the yellow bar back. And now we do a double layer. U2. Rotate this bar back so we have full yellow. And then from there, we restore just like that. And then you can be able to solve just like a normal 3x3. So I'll have these two, which I'll do a soon for. That's in the right spot, but no, they're not. 1, 2, 1, 2, just like that. Move this back. That's in the right spot. None of the other ones are. Okay, those are all in the right spot. Oh. Okay, these two are solved, and then I just need to solve these ones. And there you go. That's how you solve the 4x4.